Alright guys, so I'm pretty much doing a little walk around on my boy's Q50. Yep, it's about to get bagged. So pretty much we're gonna be doing a full airlift install. We got the struts, we got the management, we're running the 3P. Pretty much everything was bought from Bag Riders right there. There's everything that pretty much came in. Pretty much right now I'm just gonna show you guys a before, and then I'll be walking through step by step on how I bag the cars. This is not my first time doing this. I've done easily over 13 to 14 cars or more than that. But this is gonna be a little step by step on how to bag a Q50. All right, back in action. So this is right here, what you see, it's all from the rear end. This is the part we need to remove, the upper strut mount. Remember, the new kit from Airlift does not come with the upper strut mount, which goes right there. That one has it. This is stock. So to remove that, you have to actually get spring compressors, which are these right here. You can rent at AutoZone or O'Reilly's. That's the part number right there. You will need a 17 mil to remove the upper nut, which is that one. That one already has it off. You don't need to use the bellows. Those bellows, garbage. Well, just keep them for down the road if you ever want to go back to stock. All you need to do is just remove the upper part on top right there and replace it over there. And once you do that, you do want to torque these guys with this nut to 40 foot-pounds. Don't use the stock one. Airlift provides the new one, which is this one right here, and which is the locking nut that already installed here. You do have to torque it down to 40 foot-pounds, and it's going to be a 19 mil. You'll have your torque wrench and torque it down. And then this right here, it's a thread cylinder. You know, me personally, I have had issues with the actual lines leaking. Yeah, they have already thread sealing from Airlift. I've had issues with them leaking. So what I do is I dab a little bit right at the very top of the thread sealant. Not a lot, just a tiny bit, just to play it safe. And they say it's about a half a turn. I don't do half a turn. I pretty much set every single 1, 2, 3, 4 threads that are actually exposed at the bottom. Doing 4, I think it's been the best results for me. That way I haven't had any issues with them leaking after I go that far in. But you know, everyone's different. For me, that works. So it's just showing you guys exactly how I do it. You don't have to follow my instructions, but this is how I do it. So now we're gonna put the actual airbags on the car, and I'll show you how that's done in a little bit. All right, guys, today I'm gonna show you guys pretty much the front suspension, what you guys need to do to install it. This one's a lot easier, it's already pre-built, so pretty straightforward. You got your main line that goes to the bag. You gotta put this fitting on. Of course, always paste it, both ends. So you got 3 bolts up top, 1 at the bottom. But on the actual vehicle itself, you have actually 4 bolts in the bottom. All right, main bolt, it's gonna be 19 mil, like right there. The 3 small bolts right here, that's gonna be 14 mil. And up top, on the driver's side, it's easy. You got the 3 bolts you want to bolt right there. 1, 2, 3. Once you pretty much unbolt it, you're gonna bolt it up. And it should look, this side's pretty much done. Let me show you guys how it should look. Bada boom, bada bing, like that. So one tip, always don't ever run the main line up in the front. You always want to run the main line towards the chassis, away from the tires, or away from any moving objects. Doing that, pushing it back there, it's a little bit more protected. So on the rear airbags, what you want to be doing, they're actually pretty simple to install. You got your main 17 bolt at the bottom. Remove that, pull that bolt that way, done. So fortunately, to get to the top, it's a little bit more of a pain. You do have to remove all the trim pretty much in the back. I start off with this main trim right here. You got the one on the side. Remove that, which is right here. Then that's going to give you access to these guys. But before you remove this, you do have to pull out the actual top piece that goes in the very top, right there, which is simple. There's a bunch of little clips that go up in the front. You remove all those. That's pretty easy. Once it gets loose, you pull this way to the front end, and then you're able to slide it down. Seatbelts do have to stay intact like that. They will not come off unless you cut this off, and you don't need to. The way it is, you're fine. You have access to everything that you need to get to. So for this side, you do have to remove these little 10mm bolts right there, right there. Once you do that, it's gonna look exactly like this guy. You have a lot more room to work with. You can probably get away with it without removing that little piece, but it'll be more of a pain. You know, it takes less than a minute to remove them, so just remove them, make your life easier. And then, pretty much once it's all said and done, it'll look like this one. So same thing, make sure you run your main line on, towards the frame of the vehicle, not up here. All right, next thing is gonna be running the actual airlines. And I'll have a little bit of an update in a little bit on that. Alright, so this is how I ran the harness. I'm running 2 harnesses for 2 compressors. I ended up going on the passenger side because I saw there was an access port right here. Literally just shut the screwdriver on the bottom, popped up right away. There's a lot of room back there, so there wasn't no issues running up the wiring to the top. Pretty simple. Versus me going on the driver's side on that side and running it from all the way over there to here. It's kind of dumb. I don't see why people run it all that, you know, from that way to here. We can just do this. Come inside here. All the wiring pretty much ran underneath here where the stock harness is at. So these little clips do pop up. You can shove the wiring underneath it and then plug it back up and you're good to go. The remote wire, the controller, I ran it through underneath the carpet. It's hanging right here. I still have to hide that, figure out what I'm gonna mount the remote at. But yeah, you just pretty much shove it all the way down. Keep going through here. And this pocket's covered up, so you won't see it. I'm gonna go underneath through here. It's not gonna hit nothing, I already checked. So we're good right there. And into the back. The only other wire I did not run this way is the actual little pink wire for your ignition switch, which I'm running that one to the passenger, to the driver's side fuse box, which is up in the front underneath the steering wheel on that side. All right, and now for the actual airlines, I chose, for me, it's gonna work a lot better if I run it this way, like all the airlines. There's a little hole from factory that comes plugged up. I am gonna drill this out pretty much so I can shove all the airlines in here and have the airlines protected from the metal so they don't actually, with time, they don't rip or start leaking. Airlines to start with the front. So the way I did this, it's all underneath the car. So there is an actual main line from the bag. I always use little clamps to bolt out the actual main line so it doesn't move around on me. And then on the Q50, it's pretty cool. because they have this little splash shield to cover up the. There's gas lines on this side. There ain't no gas lines on the driver's side, but it's pretty cool because you can actually run your hose right with the actual fuel lines. I am gonna zip tie a little bit more, make sure it's nice and snug. It won't come off, and then once this is put on, it's on there, good, protected above the actual frame. Which means when you're running airlines on the bottom, it's the main thing you want to make sure that your airline is above the main frame. So even here, I'm still okay, because look, I have still about 1.5 inch clearance. And then once I zip tie this, it ain't going to go nowhere. Now for the back, pretty straightforward. Same thing, mainline, bolted down in place, ran underneath the actual rear subframe. And this is how pretty much all airlines are going in through here. And then when you're running your actual your actual airbag from the very front to the back, I always go above the subframe, above the axles, so never want to ever be hit by anything. And they're pretty protected. You can see here, that's your airline right there. It's all shoved up in there, so there's no way anything's gonna hit the actual line. And this is all you're gonna need to do this. You got these clamps that I love using because they have the insulators on them. Home Depot has them. And then drill bits to make the holes. These are the bolts I used. And then zip ties, of course. And that's pretty much all you need. All right, pretty much. This is gonna be the trunk setup. So the customer did want to do a little bit of a little display in the back here. So we built this little box with the compressor and the management. So on the Q50s, there's actually no spare tire back here. So this, the spare tire would normally go there and be a little bit deeper. But on these guys, it's just, it's pretty shallow, I guess. So we had to build a little bracket, made it out of wood, just to bring it up the floor a little bit higher so you can clear the compressors and the management. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. And then we are going to do a little custom wood floor on it. So what I do is I always use a cardboard template first, make sure you get the right size, make sure everything fits good. It's better to cut cardboard than do the actual sheets of floor 1 or 2 times over, because you didn't measure right or something didn't come out right. Versus if you do a template first with cardboard, it's easy to replace, and you can always add more cardboard with tape. So this is pretty much what I do. So that's the template right there. And then I ran all the power wires pretty much from there. I didn't cut anything. I was gonna run them up there, but I think it looks a little cleaner on the bottom just because of the fact I have a lot of clearance. Zip tied everything. And then we are gonna do a little bit of LED little lights in the box, and then you'll see up top where the tank goes. You'll see in a little bit. What do you mean? What?
You built everything.
Everything?
Oh.
Yeah, everything I made.
I thought about the cuts. No, he built everything.
I made everything. Also put it in for them. Just like you?